Kids and cadets, thanks for coming out to Tommy Time. Appreciate you checking out this 2011 Yard Machine. It has the 550EX Briggs & Stratton engine, automatic choke. The retiree scrapper that I deal with called me last week. He just goes out 2 days a week. He said, hey, I got a machine for you. I went out that day and snatched it up. As you can see, this here's a rear bagger, but Harvey, the homeowner, took a saw and cut a side discharge here on the deck. So that's totally unsafe. So I said I'd give you 20 for it. He wanted 25, and I stuck with 20. I paid $20 for it. He's kind of funny that way. Whatever price I say, he tries to up me $5. If I say 10, he says 15. If I say 15, he'll say 20. You get the big picture. So I keep that in mind in my pricing. I figured I'd throw the $20 at him, and I held firm at 20. Just because I got to come up with a solution for this hack and slash on the deck. You don't want the blade exposed. It'll bite you in the leg if you get close to that blade. Anyway, let's see what the issue with this thing. It's a comfortable 84 degrees. Let's start looking this thing over. We'll check the oil and then filter condition, see if Harvey maintained it or if Helen did the job. We're going to find out here in a minute. We got enough oil, but it's overfilled. It's way up here on the dipstick. So we got too much oil. Too much can be a bad thing. And in this case, we may have an oily air filter. So we're going to look at that. Just for starting purposes, I'll start at this level here and then drain it off. It doesn't look terribly used. The oil looks like it's in good condition. It's just overfilled. There's no gas in the machine. So what I think we should do is put gas in it, then try it. If it doesn't work, we'll happy juice it. Just kicked you in the head. A little oily, but not bad. A lot of dust and debris in the filter. So that needs to be changed out. Let's add some highly flammable liquid to the tank and see what we can do. I added half a tank of fresh fuel to this. Let's pull it over and see if we got any action. Okay, so that was good. I just stopped it before I chopped the head off of Mr. Snake. The vibration was so great on this thing, it threw off Mr. Snake and the air filter cover. So let's turn this thing over. I think the issue is that we got a severely bent blade. The handle was going crazy here. The thing is so out of balance. So hopefully it's just a blade and nothing more severe with crankshaft bendage. We also have some weeping of the bowl. It's dripping fuel. I've never had one of these newer plastic ones drip. Maybe somebody's been in here messing around. But we got a drip, drip, drip here. Let's try to figure this thing out. The gasoline's just pouring out of it now on the other side. It's dripping past the overhead valve here and down onto the ground. So I just pulled the plug for safety. I'm going to rotate this thing and see how far off the blade is. What I'll do is pick a mark on the side of the deck here and rotate it. And the other end of the blade should go by the same mark. If it doesn't, then we have a bend in the blade. Yeah, this thing's way off. I'll show you. Made a mark on this side on the plastic. So I'll show you what the difference is. Looks like it's close to 1/2 inch. We got about this much difference between blade tips, so the blade's bent. Hence the severe vibration that we encountered. So I'll change it out, 21-inch bow tie style blade. I'll put a new blade on it. Hopefully it's just that and it didn't bend the crankshaft. I don't see any catastrophic stationary object strikes on either end. Usually that's a good indication. The leading edge isn't terribly bad. I do see a nick here. If it wasn't for that bend, I'd be able to put a great edge on this thing. This blade's hardly used. Unfortunately, it's bent. So I just left a huge puddle of gas here on my concrete. Unfortunately, the carburetor's leaking. I'm going to remove that carb and see if we got a bad gasket. So let's turn this thing back over. So not a bad machine for 20 bucks. I'll have to try to clean this up here. Hazardous materials spill, aisle 2. So my next course of action, I'll remove the carburetor on this, get another 21-inch bow tie for the Yard machine, and look for some plastic. I'll have to do some sheet metal screwing on here to get this thing covered up. Plug is still disconnected, so we still have this to deal with, this cutaway. That'll be a priority. I don't want an exposed blade. Anything goes past this blade and it gets pulled into the cutting area, you're going to have issues. Mr. Snake says this is a dangerous situation, needs to be corrected, and I wholeheartedly agree. This 550EX produced November 2011, we're going to rectify it. So, like I said, I'll drain off a little oil, carb work, and a blade. This thing will go quick. As far as the repair, I don't see any other stumbling blocks. I'll remove both front wheel drive wheels, oil those up, make sure this is all free and clear. So at my initial price of 20 for this, I'm extremely happy. Anything and everything can be replaced and repaired on this. We'll be able to stash this away for mowing season. It'll go quick. I may even have a bag to throw on this thing. I get it occasionally. The scrappers will bring me bags. They find them on the side of the road. I've told them to pick them up for me, because then I can mate them up with these machines without bags, and they make it a good selling point if I have a complete unit to sell. As always, I appreciate you coming out to Tommy Time. I don't know why you keep showing up to look at this junk on 4 wheels, but I'm happy you do. And when you're out and about, your waitress and wait staff always appreciate the large and generous tips that you're going to leave for them. Have a good day today, and come back and see me for some more videos. I picked up some other units here recently. I'm going to do videos on those as well. Have a good day today.